Hello, and welcome to another Healthy Recipe Adventures. Today we're going to be making a cashew cheese sauce. And again, I will be using this cookbook, 7 Secrets, by Jim and Neva Brackett. And so, to begin with, we're going to put in 2 cups of water. I'm not going to put it all in because I'm going to save part of it for rinsing it out into the pan. And then the recipe calls for a cup of cashews, but I'm only going to put in a half of a cup. And this is the alternative she has on here. And then you can put in a tablespoon of cornstarch. If you use a cup, you don't need the cornstarch. If you use a cup of cashews. Then we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast flakes. We'll be putting in, you can use pimentos, a small little jar of pimentos. I like the roasted pepper, and so I take it and freeze a bunch of it in little sections so that I can just dump it in. And then we're going to put in 2 teaspoons of onion powder. And the recipe calls for a half of a teaspoon of garlic powder, but I'm actually going to put in a whole teaspoon because we like garlic. So we're going to put in a whole teaspoon, or nearly a whole teaspoon of the garlic. Next, we're going to put in a teaspoon and a half. Now, I don't like to use so much salt, so I'm not going to put quite a teaspoon and a half of the salt, but almost. Okay, now it's all ready, and we're going to take it over here and blend it. Okay, now we're going to blend this for 1 minute. And the reason I put in either the pimento or the roasted pepper is to give it color. And it does have a flavor as well. The roasted pepper adds a nice little flavor. Okay, a minute's up. If you have a regular blender, it may take 2 minutes. You want it nice and creamy and smooth. Now I'm going to take the rest of the water because there's a lot of the sauce still in here. And we just blend it for a few seconds just to get all of the rest of it. Okay, then we turn up the heat to about medium-high, and you'll want to stir constantly so you don't scorch it. It takes about 5 minutes. Okay, as you can see, it's beginning to look a lot like butterscotch pudding. You got to get it nice and thick. And it's been just about 5 minutes. Okay, we're going to turn this off. Now I like to let it cool just for a few minutes before I pour it into a container. Unless, well, if you're going to put it in a glass container, I guess you'd still want to cool it. But as you can see, it looks like butterscotch pudding. Sometimes I add a little lemon juice to it, maybe a half a teaspoon. And also, my husband's favorite is to add a little hickory smoke for variety. You can also add green chilies, the mild green chilies, if you want to have like a Mexican style dip for chips, or pour over enchiladas.